Maybe I should hide myself. Maybe I should just be like, oh no, I'm not actually here. No one's here right now. Please hang up and try again. Oh, Saribot's here. Oh, good. Oh, good. I have one viewer and it's, oh. Hi, Mia. Hi. It's a good thing you asked who I am, because nobody knows who I am. I'm just little old Pan Moran. You saw me from the first. Hi, Mumu. I need to tweet out that I am live. I literally have a saved thing that I just post over and over again stating that I'm live. How does the audio sound, by the way? It's an audible pan? It is. Do y'all hear my new background music? Do y'all see the new set? I've set up a lot of things, and I only set them up today because I didn't think about it until just now. You can't hear the BGM? Oh no. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on. Oh, it's only if you... Okay. I'm gonna slowly turn it up. Does this sound better? Okay, perfect. I've added a new BGM. I've added multiple stuff, actually. There is this website that I found. Let me see if I can find the details of it. It's from VTuber.graphics, which that does sound pretty basic when you just hear it, but like I was just looking for stuff that I could use and I was like, oh, I actually kind of like their, you know, nighttime theme stuff. And I got this and I was like, ooh, fancy. But hi everybody. It's been a very long time, actually. I'm actually shocked at just how long it has been. I've just kind of been living, doing my own stuff. It's been a stressful time. Oh, there's glitter. Ooh. There's glitter. That's so cool. I was just messing with settings and I was like, oh, this looks kind of good. I have the background and my desk. They're all in VTube Studio, actually. That's how the desk is like kind of floating around a little bit in front of me. I think it's super cool. But yeah, I'm sure everybody's been wondering what I've been up to lately. Ooh woo. I'm not doing Uwu voice for 10 minutes. You are insane if you think I would do it for 10 minutes. I'll do it for like maybe 30 seconds. Uwu? Hi, Mia. Is this what you wanted from me? How are you doing today? Oh, you look so pretty. Hi, Mia. Anyway, I'm sure y'all are wondering exactly what I've been up to today, or for this past month. It's been a crazy time. Hi, Inky. I'm pretty sure it's been enough time. Hi, Inky. Welcome in. What have I been up to? I went on vacation to Colorado with my mom and my mom's dog. That was a very Very stressful time, actually. It was not worth it. I ended up leaving with more baggage than I entered with, and that's kind of crazy to actually state out loud. Why isn't he being sent to bed? Why can't she hang out in my stream? What is happening? What is happening today? That's insane. Let me look. So yeah, I went to Colorado with my mom. Let me see if I can add this. Oh, I can configure loaded items? You know what? I'm not even going to try to mess with that. I'm not going to try to mess with it because I'm stupid and I'm going to mess up something. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Let's see. I hope my computer doesn't crash. That's what I'm really hoping does not happen today. Let me see. Can I just do this? Yeah, let's try that. Oh, perfect. So that's my mom's dog. I don't know why if I try to drag it like that, it just goes, Oh, I can do that. Oh, perfect. So this is my mom's dog. His name is Rudy, and he is a sweetheart. I love him. He's so great. I'm actually gonna move myself over a tiny bit, just a smidgen this way, so that I have more room to work with in OBS. Yeah, this is Rudy. He does not like being in the car. I don't know why, but he does not. He has a bit of a sad story behind him. Honestly, most of the animals that we've picked up were not from like the regular adoption type of situation. It was always rescues with me and my mom, because every time we see some like animal, we're always like, okay, we gotta do what we can to help this little guy. In this case, if I hold Alt and drag the edges, I can crop it. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh my god, Cariel. And you wonder why we randomly call your name for tech support. Like, come on now. I am unstoppable now. It's actually insane. But yeah, that's Rudy. I love him so much. He loves playing fetch. It's the only thing that he ever loves to do in life, is just play fetch. And then we'll say, okay, we're done playing fetch, and then he'll still bring us his toys, which he has an entire basket of toys at my place now. But he still insists to take every single one out of the basket whenever he comes over. But yeah, he loves playing fetch. He is an absolute nerd. He does not like car rides. What I do know about his past history is that, you have proper mentions window in Chatterino, so you can be summoned at will. Oh my god. That's amazing. So my friend found Rudy. Actually, it was my friend's dad found Rudy abandoned in an apartment, like all by himself. For whatever reason, his owners, probably just pieces of shit, just left him at the apartment by himself and moved out and just left him there. So he was basically skin and bones when we got him. He was not in a very good health space, but we've had him for over a year now, and he's fattened up a bit, and he's such a cutie patootie. I love him so much. He's so good. He really is so good. But yeah, we don't know what he went through while he was in that apartment. All we know is that he was abandoned there. My friend's dad couldn't keep him. My friend couldn't keep him. But me and my mom were like, okay, we can take care of this little dude. And we did. let me move on to my next picture that I have here. Oh wait, can I just drag it? Ooh, I can. And then I can, oh my God. Cariel is such a genius. Cariel's literally changed the game of everything for me now. So this was on the trip to Colorado because we basically decided to do the whole trip in one go. So it was about a 12-hour drive all together. Multiple breaks in between, multiple times of stepping out, walking Rudy, and he was not having a good time because he did not know where we were going. But he did, for a dog, he did a pretty good job. Like, he laid down, he took naps occasionally, sometimes he would whine. Every time that we stepped out, he would bark at everybody that went by. Just the usual stuffs, right? And I remember it was getting really, really late when I took that picture. I know I have another one here. This one was more so during the daytime. Yeah. These pictures were ones that I took while... Oh God, I've hit the wrong button. Oh well. It resized a little bit, but who cares? These were pictures that I took while we were just out driving still. This one was, of course, a lot sooner than the other one. But I remember there just got to a point where all we saw was just grasslands, mountains, and, you know, that's it. It was actually just like insane how much nothing there was out there. Like, it wasn't really a rural area, but it was like pure country. There was nothing around for miles. I know the first day really was just us driving the whole time. I didn't really have many stories at that point in time because, you know, we walked Rudy a few times. We stopped at like Buc-ee's and other places on the way to Colorado. It was a pretty good time, honestly. And then we finally got there, and it was like past midnight when we got there, I think, because it was pitch dark outside. We couldn't even see the road to enter my uncle's like home, and he basically owns a cabin in the middle of a forest. And so he takes us to where we're going to be staying, which, by the way, my mom never clarified with him where we would be staying. She never clarified, like, oh, are we going to be, you know, in a cabin? Are we going to be like somewhere else? We don't know. We just straight up had no idea where we would be staying. But he just adamantly kept saying, oh yeah, we have the room for you. You can definitely come up here and you'll have a good time. So we get there and he's like, oh yeah, my wife, she went to bed, and we got to meet his two dogs. Super cute. They were husky Pomeranian mixes. Super white, super fluffy. And we're just like, they did not howl like huskies do. They just barked like normal dogs. And I was so surprised by that. I didn't think that being a mixed Pomeranian with husky would like stop the crazy howling that huskies do. But yeah, we got there, and this is where we stayed. This right here. Yep. Now, if you can't tell what this is, I will be happy to enlighten you. And you can even tell that I set myself up here. This is an RV. He took us here and he's like, yeah, this is where you guys can stay. Yeah. I will say it all the time. Crazy Ollie is my Kami Oshi. I love her so much. I love her singing. I love her idol activities. I love her voice packs. I have bought every single one of them. She is my Kami Oshi. Okay? The desktop, I know. It's worse than it looks because I don't have my extra monitors. I didn't have my extra monitors with me. It usually looks a lot more organized than this, but yeah, without my monitors, it's just kind of chaos. So, he took us in here. My mom immediately was like, okay, I'm going straight to bed. And there's basically this divider that you can kind of see in the background. And above where the driver's seats would be is where she slept. Because there was a second bed up there. And so for the most part, Rudy actually spent his nights with me. And I set myself up in here so that I could like play games and hang out with friends, because the phone plan I have has unlimited hotspot. Oh yeah, the loft bed. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah. My mom was very neutral about where she stayed. I said that I was fine with either or, but then we looked up there and I was like, okay, that actually does look kind of claustrophobic. I don't think I can do that. But my mom was like, I don't care. She's very much a country girl. So she's always been the type of person that's like, oh yeah, I'll go out, ride horses, go hiking in the mountains, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm not that type of person. Like, ooh. So this vacation was just a vacation for me to not have to worry about like physical responsibilities, you know? I could hang out, play games as much as I wanted, walk outside, see nature, hang out with Rudy, eat some new foods, that type of stuff. That was the type of vacation I had envisioned. Because I work a job that's 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. So I'm usually an afternoon type of person. So this was very much like, this was how I would spend every single night. And this was the exact setup I had when I was part of Michi's subathon. When we were doing the walkies through those days, I was here literally just in the bed, hanging out with my dog at my feet, just yapping away. Because my mom, she sleeps with earplugs in, so she doesn't hear anything. She likes to be completely deaf and completely blind when she sleeps. So she has an eye mask on and 2 earplugs in and does not pay attention to anything. It sounds awesome. Oh, I agree. Except for one thing. You see, when my uncle came in and was like, hey, you know, this is where you're going to stay. Just, you know, keep in mind, there's a porta potty right next to the RV that you guys can use. And he continued and stated, and you can't use the bathroom that we have because for whatever reason, whenever you go up to the toilet to use it, it basically becomes a sinkhole and starts sinking into the ground. And we don't want it to give out on you guys while you're here. So don't use that. Oh, and also, just so you know, we've gotten reports of elk, deer, and the subathon setup was the only awesome thing. Yeah, you're kind of right about that. So he was like, yeah, we've gotten reports of elk and deer up here. Oh, and also bears. Oh, by the way, the RV doesn't lock. Anyway, good night. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. That's exactly how he put it. He was like, yeah, the RV doesn't lock and we've had reports of bears. By the way, the door to the RV is literally right to the right of that partition. Did you tell him you were trying to relive the wild thornberries? Oh my god. As soon as he left and was out of earshot, I turned to my mom and I said, did you know about this? Did you know that I would never have agreed to this. I know bears. I lived in the country before. Like, I was a country kid growing up. I didn't want to be, but I was like, the doors don't lock. There's only one way in and out of this car or this RV, and it's literally right there. literally, I'm the one in the most danger because there's a partition that separates my mom from the front door, but I'm stuck where I'm at. If I hear one banjo, if I heard a banjo, I'm driving myself off the cliff. I do not care. But literally, when I was a kid, there was oftentimes we'd have to deal with coyotes and bears over by where I lived. And I lived in the middle of a prairie. Like, this was forest. I don't know about bears in a forest, but I know about bears in a prairie. I literally, there was some nights where I lived with my uncle, and not to get too trauma dumpy, but I would spend the night with my dogs outside in their kennel, and there would be bears and coyotes sniffing around and trying to get in, but they couldn't because we had one of those like massive chain link dog fence things with like a surface and everything. And like bears would often come by where we lived and would try to figure out how to enter to where me and my dogs were, and they would try to like knock over the trash cans that we had outside, but because of like the way that the metal gate and ceiling was set up, they weren't able to like get in or do anything. So it was just me in the dog kennel surrounded by the dogs. There was a dog house inside the dog kennel, and I would sleep in there. Bears normally avoid humans unless they are starving. Because it was a prairie, they were starving. So I've had experience with bears before, and it was not a fun time. However, yes, I have seen the bear on your deck. I know that usually they don't go to humans unless they're starving, but I don't know how they act in forests. I know how they act in prairies. And in prairies, they did not care. They would try to come up to you to actually like steal your stuff, see if there's food, and if there's not, try to eat you themselves. And I'm not for that life. I'm not about to be eaten by a bear. So I was like, Mom, did you know about this? Did you know that we would be sitting there in an RV in the middle of a forest, in the middle of the night, where there's no lights nearby for miles, and there are bear sightings in an unlocked RV? And we're going to be eating all our food in this RV. So it's going to smell like food that bears could get to. Did you know about this, Mom? And she goes, I probably should have asked him more in-depth details about where we would be staying the night. And I go, perhaps? That's all you have to tell me is perhaps? So what we ended up doing was there's this oven inside the RV. You can kind of make it out above the blue and red bag, but we tied Rudy's leash to like super tightly to the oven, and then tied the leash to the door. And oh boy, did we engineer ourselves a lock based off of that. Oh my God, it was terrible. So that night I didn't really sleep well because I was worried because, you know, I have a dog in here that will bark at a human standing 10 feet away. And I'm like, if a bear comes in, he's going to start barking at it. And then the bear will be like, oh, am I in danger? And then we'll have fuckery occur. And I don't want to deal with that. That just sounds terrifying. No, thank you. No, thank you at all. Oh my God. I'm thinking about it all over again. So literally I ended up staying. If anybody asks me how I felt comfortable staying and being in so many of Michi's subathon nights, it's because I was sitting there anxious about, you know, bears and, you know, keeping my dog alive. That's what I was thinking about the whole time. But also it was just a really, really great distraction and a really fun time. Let me see, what else do I have as pictures? Oh yeah, oh, this is a funny one. This is a funny one, at least. I love Rudy. I love him so much. Look at this man. Look at this man. Look at this man looking at me from inside of the frickin'. He's so cute. Yeah, he was looking at me from inside of the RV. And we had him in there because oftentimes I would just walk around and I would join the subathon at different points and just be walking around the foresty area that we were at. It was really comforting out there because we had chairs out there. It was like a clearing in a forest type of situation. And if I remember correctly, the first day my uncle wanted to have us go up to where he worked because he works at a cafe. And I wanted to go, but we didn't know where it was. And by the time I woke up, like they were in the middle of their lunch rush. So we just didn't go that day. Oh, hold on. I need to drink. I need to drink something. He sure does look like he heard snacks. But in this case, he was just watching me and my mom sitting outside. That first day, if I remember correctly, we just went up and we got some burritos from a food truck. And those burritos were so good. Like, I had breakfast burritos. So I love breakfast. I will take bacon, egg, sausage, cheese any day. And you know how like usually if you get a burrito, like a breakfast burrito, it's not filled all the way? Like there's a bunch of holes and gaps inside of it? There wasn't. It was so full. And there was so much bacon. It was so good. Oh my God. I'm just thinking about how great that was. Cause like here in Dallas, everyone skimps the fuck out of their food. Like, it's just not worth it. It's not. But it was really good breakfast. And then, oh my God, I skipped out on part of what happened because I was dead asleep in the middle of it. But one of the things we reiterated multiple times to the family is that, hey, Han works 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. They are usually dead asleep until at least 11 a.m. And then 9 a.m. rolls around and guess who's walking up to the door, causing my dog Rudy to start barking and screaming. And just because they looked through a window and saw that my mom was awake. That's right. It was my uncle's wife who wanted to come by and say hi and offer breakfast to us, but apparently missed out on the whole conversation that we reiterated multiple times to my uncle, where I said, hey, I wake up super late in the day. Please don't wake me up. Anyway, my morning was fucking shot from that. And I was up late that day in the subathon too, so it was all hell. But yeah, she had breakfast for us, but my mom was kind of upset about that because we had like been super clear, hey, you know, Pan really like gets up later in the day. Don't come by until after this time. And like she's very much like, hey, you know, you don't need to feel like you have to cater to us. You don't have to make it so that every single day is filled with something. We're just here to relax, have a good vacation, and occasionally hang out with family. It doesn't have to be a every single day is something happening type of thing. And then negative 2 hours before I'm supposed to even be awake, and here they are causing the most chaos in the worst way possible. Little did we know that this was just the start of it. So, I believe we had dinner with them that night, and I got to meet the wife, and I got to meet my uncle in a more daytime setting, but also the wife's brother and his wife were also here as well, so we got to meet them too. And they were apparently here just hanging out for a few days for their own vacation. And the next day I got up and there's this big ass dog that's outside, and I'm like, oh my god, who the fuck is this big ass dog? I didn't get to take a picture of the dog, but she was so big and like was basically like what did my mom call it? A cattle dog? Like the dogs that like guard the animals on a ranch. That type of dog. And so everywhere we walked, she would follow us to make sure we got there safe. And, you know, when we got back to our RV, she would actually go under the RV to go to sleep so that she could keep an eye out for us. And I was like, oh my god, I love this dog. This dog is so amazing. And I felt so much safer knowing we had a cattle dog with us. Because there's a big difference between, you know, this tiny man right here. Like, does he look like he could actually take a bear on? No. No, he could not. He is so fucking tiny. And I know a cattle dog probably couldn't either, but that cattle dog had a super thick fur. And I know this is probably something that a lot of city and rural people aren't used to, but cattle dogs often defend against wolves, bears, and coyotes. And so they often have really thick fur, and they rarely get injured because their fur is so thick, they can't really get to them. So imagine like you're a super tanky build and like someone's trying to grapple you to attack you, but you're doing more damage to them slowly, but more damage to them than they're doing to you because of all your armor. That's basically how cattle dogs are. They're super, yeah, they are so smart. And that night we went to dinner, and the family was there again, except this time they got into a whole ass argument. You see, my uncle's wife was sitting there and was like, hey brother, do you plan on doing XYZ tomorrow? I want to know, that way I can, you know, prepare the car for you if you need it. They were going to go hiking or some shit. And he was like, God, why do you always gotta be in my business, woman? I'm just trying to... And I was like, I was just trying to enjoy my hamburger. So I was just sitting there eating my hamburger in the corner as this brother and sister just start like fucking yelling at each other in the middle of the damn living room. And I'm like, I look at my mom, and my mom looks at me and she's like, I'm so sorry, Pan. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it would be this type of family meeting. Anyway, next day happens, and the family with the cattle dog, oh, they're gone. They just fucking left. They dipped the fuck out of there. And My mom was talking about how she went up to talk with her brother, who's my uncle, and brother's wife, and they were just like, oh, we can't believe that da-da-da-da happened and da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, we were just trying to be nice and blah, 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 blah. Like, all this crazy shit, right? And my mom was like, well, you know, you can never know what's going on in someone's head. Arguments like this can happen between family, and, you know, when they do, it's best to just put them on the back burner, let your emotions work their way through, and then talk about it later. And I'm like, yeah, that makes solid sense to me. And they're like, oh yeah, but that brother, I can't believe he said blah, 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 and da, da, da. And my mom had to sit through that for like a few hours, and then was like, hey, I'm gonna go back to the RV, wake up Pan, and, you know, we'll go get breakfast. And my uncle's like, oh yeah, y'all can come over by where I work, come get breakfast. And apparently what he failed to tell us, when we got up and went to go get breakfast where he works at the most famous cafe in the area as one of their head cooks. So we get there, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, let's go see what's going on. And we walk up to the stand, and the person's like, oh yeah, so it's going to be an hour and a half wait. And then I was just like, huh? An hour and a half for breakfast? That's insane. And then my uncle bursts out from the kitchen and goes, ah, don't worry, they're with us. They're there with me. This is my sister I was telling you about, my sister and her kid. And I was like, okay. So we basically skipped an hour and a half wait, but everybody was staring at us. And I was like, I'm sorry. I will admit, the food was actually fucking amazing. Like, I don't remember what my mom had. I think she had some type of like protein oatmeal bowl thingy, because she's diabetic. But I got myself like a Palisade peach. By the way, they're really well known for their Palisade peaches in Colorado, at least that area of Colorado. So it was like, there were ads for it fucking everywhere. So I had Palisade peach pancakes, and my uncle fucking smothered that shit with whipped cream. And I was like, oh my God, this shit's fucking amazing. It was so good. And I was like, Mom, you need to try this. And she's like, oh yeah, I can take a hit to the blood sugar real quick. And she tried it, and she was like, oh my God. And then it was like on the drive back, we were just like, we need to find ourselves some of these peaches. That's really fucking good. I know we ended up having dinner with them again that night, and they were like, oh, you know, what are y'all thinking about for trips that you want to go on? And that I remember they made us like mac and cheese with steak that day. Worth it if the food was great. So true. So true. It was so good. Oh my God. I'm like salivating thinking about how good it was. So that night, we were eating steak and mac and cheese with them. And they were talking about like, oh, you know, what do you guys want to do while you're here? Like, what are things that you would like to accomplish? And I straight up was like, I would love to go to a hot spring, because I have never been to a hot spring, but they have hot springs in Colorado, multiple natural ones too. And, this is when I realized, oh, we're with two crazy people. My uncle's like, oh yeah, we could have a whole trip of it. We could like go into this town for like a day and that town for a day. There's like 4 different hot springs in the area, and we can go to every single one of them to go and visit them, and you can like go experience like the natural area and da 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 da. And I was like, no, I just want to go to one hot spring, just one. And they're like, oh, but we could go to this hot spring and stay there for the whole night, because they have a hotel right there. And then, you know, you can take your dog and we can go to this next one that's like 3 hours in that direction, and then one that's like 6 hours, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. It has a mountain view and you just have to trust me. It's so worth it. And I was like, no, I just want to go to one hot spring, just one. And I'm sitting there mentally thinking, what the fuck? Are we just gonna get in a hot spring, be soaking wet in a car for 6 hours to go to the next hot spring? Where? Exactly, Mia. I just want to exist in an area and relax. It is a vacation, and I'm not here to sightsee. I'm here to relax. But no matter how many times me and my mom were repeatedly like, hey, we don't want to do this, they're like, we gave them an inch for a plan, and they started like doing fucking cross-continental road trips. And we were only there for a week. No, we were there for less than a week. We cut out time because we're like, we gotta head back sooner. But they're like, there's actually something we were planning to do tomorrow if y'all are interested. And I was like, okay, let me hear it. They're like, oh, there's this small hiking trail that ends in an area where you can like mine for geodes, which they call thunderstones in Colorado. And I was like, okay, like how long is that? Because I do have asthma and we're already in really thin oxygen. So I don't know if I could take that. And time to evolve Inky. Oh, so true. If only, maybe then she'd finally be taller. Here's a thunderstone, Inky. Get taller. But yeah, like, I was like, what are the details that you know about this? And they knew fucking nothing about it. They're just like, oh yeah, we go here, we park our cars, we walk, and then we get to this area where we start mining. And I'm like, that is not enough details for me to know if I will have to be hospitalized during or after the trip. So I'm not gonna go. And my mom, she loves that type of shit. So she was like, oh, I'm down to do that. I'm down to go there. We can do that. So that day she goes up there. She goes up there and I'm all good to stay inside. And that was the day where multiple things happened. Oh, actually, let me show you guys this other picture of Rudy sleeping first. Yeah. Here's this picture of Rudy and he's sleeping. He kept like making a cave inside of the blanket to sleep in. He's so fucking cute. I love him so much. Look at that man. But that was the day that I was outside and I saw a deer. I was like literally in the middle of Modcast because Michi was asleep, and I was like, da 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 da. Is that a deer? And there was just this deer that was literally like, I don't know how I didn't notice it before, but it was like literally like 6 feet away from me. And then I took out my phone because it was walking away and it was eating grass and stuff. And I was just like, holy shit. Holy shit. And I saw this deer a few more times actually on the trip. I have some videos of the trip, but I can't show them because I'm worried that like it would either dox my name or dox my mom's name or her car even. But yeah, I saw this deer multiple times on the trip. I believe this is also where I then encountered something I had no idea what the fuck it was. Mia might know. Do you know what this is, Mia? Have you seen this before? Have you seen this tiny thing before? Looks like a vole. I've never heard of a vole before. Hold on. What the fuck is a vole? What is a vole? Oh, you know what? I can see why you would think that. It is a deer mice or a deer mouse. Which, by the way, when we were living in the RV, we were like, oh, do we have to worry about any mice or anything like that? And they're like, no, it's all good. Guess what was fucking infested with mice? Guess what the fuck was infested with mice? There were 6 babies in this fucking RV. Literally, and in the middle of the night, you could hear them squeak because you would shake the cart a little bit and they would all be scared. So they'd all start squeaking inside the fucking RV. Anyway, the ones that I did find, I did release because I'm a person that values life. So yeah, I did release the little baby. They are much cuter than voles in my opinion. They're so fucking adorable. But yeah, I was like, nah, you gotta go somewhere, bro. And Rudy saw them too. Rudy was scared of them. He like sniffed it and then went, oh. It was so funny. But you want to know what isn't funny? Hantavirus. Did you know that deer mice are one of the largest carriers of hantavirus in the United States? Meaning that proper identification and safe cleanup of their areas is crucial to make sure that you do not get sick from hantavirus. Now, if you want to know what hantavirus is, let me tell you the symptoms. It is a severe illness characterized by multi-organ failure and a high mortality rate, primarily seen. Yeah, that's the symptoms. The symptoms are just literally fucking death. Yeah. It is a severe and deadly disease that mostly infects the lungs. It can be spread through a bite or scratch by a rodent, or also when you are exposed to their urine, droppings, and saliva. So, the first day that I saw this mouse, I was like, oh, it's just the one mouse. It was after that that I realized, oh, it's not just the one mouse. And then people in fucking Michi's chat were saying, hey Pan, that's a deer mice. You might want to be careful or you could get hantavirus and you could die. And I was like, I'm immunocompromised. I'm immunocompromised. What do you mean? So that was super fun. That was, oh yeah, that's so much fun. That's so much fun. And so my mom, she gets back with them, and apparently she's had the worst time of her life, because the hike was okay, the mining was okay, but then she was like, yeah, I'm probably going to get back around 2 p.m. and blah, 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 blah. No, she almost did not get back at 2 p.m. because my uncle was like, oh yeah, should I take the long way home? It'll be an extra 3 hours, but it's so beautiful. And my mom was like, no, take me home right now, or I swear to God, I will. She threatened that man immediately. It was like, you better take me the fuck home. I'm not taking no extra 3-hour detour just to look out the window. Yeah, 3 hours. But she did come home. She had a lot of cool rocks. Honestly, the rocks that she got, they weren't geodes, but they looked like chocolate. It was really cool to look at. Like, there were some that were quartz and some that just like looked like chocolate rocks. I don't know how to put that, but it was so cool. Here's another picture of Rudy to tide you over. Oh, that's my wallet in the corner. It's not a big deal, but I have a little Eevee like wallet thing that I have. Yeah. Rudy. He protected me every single night. What a cutie. But I think this was like the 5th or the 6th day. I think it was actually the 5th. Yes, it was on the 5th. On the 5th day was when all of this mice stuff happened, and my mom got home and we're like, okay, we're gonna have dinner with them tonight, and then we're gonna relax from them for a bit because they're kind of insane and kind of crazy. And my mom goes to theirs for dinner, and we're sitting there, we're petting the 2 dogs. Their names are Greta and Bjorn, which I thought was so fucking adorable. And we're sitting there petting the dogs, and then an explosion occurs in the kitchen. You see, my uncle, head chef, most popular cafe in in that whole town, he did the thing where you put a very, very hot sauce into a glass container, and it blew up in the middle of the kitchen, and he burned himself everywhere. His feet were burned, his hands were burned, there was sauce all over the walls, all over the ground. Me and my mom had to keep the dogs away from the explosion that occurred in the kitchen. And his wife the whole time was freaking out and was like, I don't know what the fuck you were thinking putting a hot liquid into a glass container, and you didn't even use gloves. You didn't even use oven mitts to protect your damn hands. And she was going off on this man who had like fucking 3rd-degree burns or some shit. And my mom was mad about her going off on him like that. I was like, hey, he did do something stupid though. And considering how he's been, he seems to be a pretty stupid guy altogether. So maybe that's just what's happening here. So the explosion happened, and he's like, oh, fuck. And he goes outside to hose off his hands and clean himself up and all of that stuff. And I turn to my mom and I turn to my uncle's wife and I go, hey guys, do you think we have to worry about glass in our food? And they say, oh no, Pan, you don't need to worry about that because it blew up so far away from where the food is. And I said, okay, I trust you. I trust you, Mom. You know more about this stuff than I do because glass never explodes with me because guess what? I follow safety precautions. I know how to cook things properly. So I've never had glass explode on me before. But my mom has like much more experience in life than I do. And I was like, okay, I believe you. My uncle that night, he made some rice, dirty rice. No, actually it was fried rice. And these really fucking delicious chickens. And so I eat a whole plate. I have chicken and all of this rice. I eat both of those. Yum, 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 yum. Oh my God, that's so fucking good. He also made some ham and beans. I had some of that. Oh my God, it's so fucking good. And I'm actually like having such a good time that I'm like, oh, you know what? Let me get seconds. And so I grab some more chicken. I take a bite of the chicken and a crunch occurs. And I go, oh, fuck. And I turn to my mom and I take out this massive chunk of glass that was inside of this chicken. And I go, there's this massive chunk of glass that was in here. What the fuck? And my mom's like, starts digging through the rest of the chicken and goes, I don't see anything else in here. I think you should be fine. And so I toss that chicken, grab another one. I'm chewing it. And this time it's the sound of, have you ever bitten into a Jolly Rancher? Like it's thin and you just bite into it and you get, that's what chewing glass feels like. That's what chewing glass feels like. So I spit out everything when my uncle's not looking and I'm like, hey mom, there was just more glass in there. I'm not eating anymore. And she goes, oh, I understand, Pan. I understand. I completely understand. So we make excuses. We're like, yeah, there was glass in some of the food. We just don't feel like eating anymore. We're all full. We're going to go home. And we go back to the RV and I'm eating some other thing because like I was still hungry. I was still like, the food was so good that I was hungry, but I'm not eating that shit. So I had some beef jerky. And then I cough and massive chunks of blood start pouring out of my mouth. And I go, what's happening? And I go to my mom and I'm like, hey mom, there's blood coming out of my mouth. And she goes, oh my God, let me see. And I find out that one big chunk from earlier, it cut a hole in the roof of my mouth. And that's where the blood was coming from. Luckily, it was not coming from my throat. So my mom was like, okay, it didn't come from your throat. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. And I'm like, okay, that's good. Anyway, can we go home sooner? And my mom's like, yeah, we're definitely going home sooner. This is some fuckery. Like, we're in a mice-infested RV with no lock, with bears outside, and you've just eaten glass. we can go home early. We can totally do that. And I was like, okay, but I still want to go to the hot springs. I still want to go and do that. And so we go to bed that day and wake up the next morning, immediately get some food and go to the hot spring. I do have some pictures, not of the hot spring, because I don't think I can share that, but here's some pictures of, I think this was like elk that we saw while we were driving there. Yeah, there was a bunch of elk that were out there. And then I have this other picture of them too. There was a lot happening. Anyway, I'm gonna delete some of these to clear up space. You're so glad I came back alive with that. Oh, Mia, you sweet, beautiful summer's child. I'm gonna keep Rudy on the screen. I feel like he's the one thing preventing me from not crashing out. So, I go to the hot spring and oh my god, it was actually so fucking amazing. Like, I've never been to a hot spring before. For those that know me, I'm chronically ill. I have no, it's not psoriatic. My rheumatologist always corrects me on it, but I have arthritis of that type, and it progressively gets worse over time, and I'm on medicine for it, so my body often feels sore. So being in that hot spring was so good, and I'm like, I need to find myself a place in Dallas that either has a heated pool or a hot spring. And preferably one without like a $400 membership fee. That'd be great. So, me and my mom went there. We got some souvenirs for friends that are back home. Honestly, we're gonna try to go back next year to Colorado, but we're not gonna stay with my uncle. We're gonna stay over by the hot springs. We're gonna stay by the hot springs and visit them more. Because my mom was like, at first she was like, I don't know how I'd feel about the hot spring. It's like, maybe I'll just dip my feet in. And then she just submerged herself and she was like, oh my god, Pan, oh, this feels so fucking amazing. And I was like, I'm telling you it's amazing. But yeah, afterwards we got ice cream. We went home, and my mom's like, okay, 6th day, we're gonna stay for 7. 6th day, we're gonna start heading home. And instead of it being a 12-hour trip, because at the end of the 12-hour trip, we were really tired. Like, dealing with a dog that's constantly whining and barking in the back for 12 hours was just too much for us. So we decided to do 6 hours, stop in Amarillo, 6 hours, get home, right? So we go to bed that night, and I'm just feeling like pretty uncomfortable for some reason. I just can't really sleep all that well. And then we get up in the morning. I'm tired as hell. We get in the car. We're like in the middle of wilderness stuff, and this just sharp shooting pain occurs like in my abdomen, and I'm like, oh my god, it fucking hurts. What the hell is happening? And I tell my mom and she's like, okay, well, let's just get home and figure it out. So we go to, what's it called? We're on the road 6 hours. We stop in Amarillo. I rest because the sharp pain is not constant. It just ran. Why do you? I can't believe y'all just added the no 7TV emote to chat. That's insane. That's insane of y'all. So the pain just like comes and goes occasionally, like every few hours. And there's no blood after I go to the bathroom or anything like that. And my mom was like, if that does occur, then we go to the ER. And I was like, okay, that sounds good to me. But yeah, there was no blood. I have my hands up in the air. It's like, fuck, I don't know. I don't know what the fuck happens. And I believe Amarillo, not a lot happened. We just kind of relaxed. I remember I fell asleep immediately because I was tired. They had a good shower. I don't remember much else. Oh my God, there's actually something I forgot to say. There was one night when I was there, like when we were still with the family in Colorado, and we were just like, hey, we're just done with you guys for now. So we went to go eat dinner, and we went to this pizza place, amazing pizza place. And they're like, oh, you know, do you want to come over for dinner? We're like, no, we're good. We're just going to go eat here at this one random pizza place. And then they show up an hour later. They literally show up and literally interrupt our pizza to sit down and be like, oh yeah, we heard you were coming and we just wanted to da-da-da-da. And this was the day after I ate the glass. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Why did y'all follow us here? Like, I understand being like, oh, hey, where are y'all gonna go eat? I don't understand crashing into where we're going to eat. But yeah, that was fucking insane. Anyway, Amarillo was fine. The rest of the road home was mostly okay. There was no issues until... So, my mom has this special seat that we can lock Rudy into when we're driving so that he won't start trying to climb on everybody's laps and stuff. And I was talking to my mom and I was like, okay, mom, this is what I'm gonna do. I think about last hour of the trip, I'm gonna put Rudy in the back seat and lock him in so that he doesn't start freaking out when he realizes that we're close to home. However, Rudy, that whole 6 hours that we were headed home, oh my God, he was such a sweetheart. He wasn't whining. He was just sitting up front. He was taking a nap on my lap. He was looking out the window occasionally. He was just at peace. Like nothing crazy, minding his own business, thriving. So that, I know I said that I was going to put him up for the last hour of the trip. I did. Then 20 minutes before we get home, he's just looking out, minding his own business. He's not panicking or anything. And then he opens his mouth and he just starts vomiting all over my arm and pants. Yep. And I'm like, my mom's like, oh no, let me get some paper towels so you can clean up. Let me stop at the stoplight and we'll do it. And I'm like, Mom, just get me home. We're 20 minutes from home. Just get me home. I'll hop in the shower. Everything will be fine. I just need to be home first. And she goes, okay. And then we stop at a stoplight and she goes, let me try to get the paper towel. And I'm like, no, get me home. I'm the one that has been thrown up on. Get me home. And I turn to my mom and I'm like, how do you want to do this when I get home? Rudy's currently on my lap and he's also partially covered in vomit. I'm sure you don't want vomit all over your car. Do you want me to take him out and you'll walk him to your place to bathe him? Or like, how do you want this to work out? And she goes, we'll figure it out when we get there. And I go, okay, sure, whatever. As long as I can go straight up and do that. And just hop in the shower, I'm all good. So we get home. My mom drops me off. And I get out and I'm carrying Rudy. And she comes over to my side of the car and just starts cleaning up the vomit. And I'm like, what about me, who's already covered in vomit, who just wants to go upstairs and clean off? And she goes, okay, 1 second. Damn, he really got in here. And I go, you know what? I'm sick of this. And I went and I locked Rudy into the back seat and I just took my stuff and immediately started heading upstairs. I did not wait for my mom to be like, okay, I've cleaned up. Now you can go do what you need to do. I was just like, I'm fucking sick and tired of this. I'm going upstairs. Yeah. So I bathed. I unpacked my stuff. I set up my equipment. I plug in everything. I have a day recounting my stories from being back from vacation in the subathon. And then I go, all right, guys, I'll see. No, wait, no, I was hanging out with them at night and Michi started streaming. So she took off the subathon. And then I was like, okay, NFS, let's grind some Core Keeper. And my mic stops working. My mic fucking died. It's dead. Like literally I had to get myself a new ass mic because my old one's just fucking dead now. Oh my God. Oh. And so I still kept feeling sharp pains in my abdomen. And I had a doctor's appointment scheduled with my primary care provider. I go to my primary care provider and I tell them about the mice. I tell them about the glass. And they go, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to get you a CT scan. Because apparently a CT contrast scan allows you to easily see glass if there is still any embedded in you. And I'm sure y'all have seen some of my tweets complaining about CT scans and MRIs and X-rays and all of that. That was part of that stuff that was happening. Which I know it's been almost like a month since I went on vacation. But like, I don't want to spend ER bills if it's not going to end up being emergency. So I went to doctor. Doctor was like, okay, it doesn't seem like you're in any crazy danger right now. If things change, immediately go to the ER. I'm like, yeah, I know, blah, 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 blah. And, I was already in the middle of preparing for, okay, how do I put this? So I also have this other medical condition, this surprise third other medical condition called congenital spinal stenosis. It is where the spine, and part of it is too narrow for the nerves to properly pass through, meaning that inflammation and other things can trigger you to lose feeling in certain parts of your body or lose the ability to control certain parts of your body. And I've known about this since my early 20s. My doctor said that physical therapy could help prolong the need to get the surgery, but at a certain age of mine, there was a high chance I would just need to go through with the surgery because that's what it was looking like from his opinion. But he said specifically, they don't like to do spinal surgeries until they absolutely have to. When you get to the point that you start getting numbness in your left arm, that is when you need to try to schedule the surgery. And before I went on vacation, I had lost feeling in 3 of my fingers going all the way up my left arm. And so I was like, okay, I'll worry about scheduling that after the whole fucking vacation. And so I'm in the middle of trying to plan this stuff out, on top of already having to deal with potentially ingesting glass, which, by the way, I tested negative for hantavirus, so that's all good. At least I got those results at least. But I got the CT scan done. I don't have the results of those yet. I'll be getting those on Friday. Let me double check what it says. Yeah, I'll be getting the results of that Friday at, oh my God, it's at 9:30 a.m. Fuck, I don't want to do that. But yeah, I'm getting the results Friday. I had to get an x-ray done because it had been a while since I had been to my spinal doctor. And I told him about like all the stuff that's going on with my neck and all the, how, you know, I was starting to feel the numbness, which meant it was about time for the surgery. And he understood. We got the x-ray done. That was no big deal. But before I was able to go to the, oh my God, how do I put this? I had to get a blood drawn, done specifically for my primary care provider to check for if I had hantavirus, I believe. It was either that or like just regular blood work before an appointment. And they fucked up on my left arm. They couldn't get a vein. So they had to go to the right arm for the vein there. And I was like, okay. And they fucked up, causing bruising. And what I've had some friends say is probably they popped a vein. And then I had the CT scan done. They have to do a contrast. Now, to do a contrast, what they have to do is they have to insert an IV into the vein in your arm. And then they do a flush of saline. And then after that, they do the contrast. Now, they did the flush of saline in my left arm, and my bicep starts growing in size. You see, they did not hit a vein, oh no. They were just straight up pumping me like I was flexing my muscle. And they're like, oh, okay, so that's gonna go down over time. You're gonna be very sore for the next few days. Just be careful with that arm so that you don't do any damage with it. So no pressure on it. And I was like, okay, that's great, thanks. And then she gets the other person, like I guess the more experienced person in there, and they go for my other arm, which ended up with even worse bruising. Like literally, the bruise is bigger than my hand. And it's still not healed. I've had this bruise since last Friday and it still hasn't healed. But yeah, so far, in case you're keeping record, I had an x-ray for my spinal doctor, a CT scan for my stomach or abdomen, I think is what they said. Abdominal, maybe. And I don't have the results of the CT scan. The x-ray was an immediate result given to me. But my spinal doctor said, hey, you know, Pan, since we do have to think about going into surgery, what we're going to do is we're gonna get a MRI done of your spinal cord around your neck so that we can determine how bad the nerve damage is currently and what the potential of it becoming worse after surgery will be. because the surgery is risky. There's a chance that I will end up more damaged, but it's tough to tell. It's like a low medium chance, but it's better than the option of like slowly losing control of my body. And the sooner it happens, like, yeah, it's dangerous, but the sooner that it happens, the less nerves are affected. So there's like a weird sweet spot of it. So that's what's happening to me. I don't have the results on if I actually have glass embedded in me yet. I'm going to be getting that Friday. I need to get an MRI done to check for nerve damage. And I think that is actually everything. Yeah, that's everything. Yay! Are y'all proud of me? But yeah, that's why I've been good job staying alive. I fucking know. And I was like, I'm never eating dinner with my uncle ever fucking again. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Yeah, it was not a fun time. It really was not a fun time. And that's also why I had to extend my vacation. Because originally I would have been okay to like stream if it was just the spinal stuff. But then adding in all of the stuff from that trip, which costed me a lot more medical bills. I'm sorry, Mia. Did I make you too anxious with all of the stories that were happening to me? You know, there's this thing I remember from the subathon that happened where I was telling a story about something that happened. I don't remember the details of it, but somebody in chat said, please tell me there's a happy ending. And I was like, there isn't. Like, happy endings are really great, but they rarely ever happen. At least that's the happy ending is that Pan isn't dead. So fucking true. So fucking true. But yeah, having to go through all this shit sucks. It sucks major ass. So for now I'm back because I don't have back-to-back daily doctor appointments like last week. Last week I was up at 9 a.m. every single day because I had a new doctor appointment to go to. It's like primary care, rheumatologist, what's it called? Orthopedic? I think that's what it was. Because I don't call them by their actual name because they have like an abbreviation for their clinic. But yeah, I think it's orthopedic. Oh my God, it's been a hell of a time, I'll tell you that much. I'm trying to see if I have anything else that has been going on lately. Because everything else is basically work complaints, which I can probably talk about on my yapping stream on Friday. Oh my God. But yeah, I was also showing people pictures of me and my mom on the vacation. And one of the things they noted is that we both have big tummy, small titty syndrome. It's sad. Honestly, you use more proper names than me. I just call my trans doctor, though it is funny, it's dermatology. What is a dermatologist is a skin doctor, I think. I think that's true. Yeah. Yeah, okay, good. Good. I'm glad that I was correct about that. Honestly, I had a really good time during Michi's subathon. It really helped distract me. Like, that's one thing that really sucks is whenever I get into a doctor time, I guess, where I have to focus on my health for a period of time and make sure everything's all good and working and stuff like that. I feel like I never have the energy to actually stream or actually like do things. But with Michi's subathon, it was like, oh my god, yeah, I can play Core Keeper with NFS. I can talk to Lulu. I can meme about Sarah. Like, I just loved being able to be part of it and just hang out with some of my friends. And of course, Michi's my friend too. She just forgets to DM me a lot, but she does that with everybody. I remember during Off-Kai, oh, I think I talked about it too, but during Off-Kai, she messaged me like a whole 1-page paragraph apologizing because she didn't see my messages. And I was like, dude, I know you're busy. It's okay. And she's like, no, but I feel bad. Michi is such a sweetheart. So please make sure to always keep supporting her. She's so wonderful. But yeah, it's been... I'm really glad to have made so many friends this year, and a lot of it is thanks to Michi, because I was like, oh my god, I don't know how to make friends, and Michi's like, meet my friends, they're all so amazing. Like, look at this person, these people stream, you'd probably be great friends with them. And I was like, okay, let me check them out. And then I did. Now we're friends. It's crazy how that works. I'm trying to think about what else has been going on in my life besides work stuff, because work stuff will make me crash out. Oh yeah, me and NFS finished Core Keeper on Michi's stream. There's more stuff like extra bosses and stuff to fight, but we aren't there yet. Ooh. I can start showing y'all pictures. Now why would I unfortunately have to deal with you, Mia? You're great. Don't be mean to yourself or I'll time you out. Or I'll have my mods time you out. That's the plan. I'll have my mods time you out. I'm gonna send some or show some pictures of my cat that I've taken recently, because he's so fucking cute. There's just so many good pictures. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me show y'all something else, actually. Because I actually feel confident enough to be able to be like, hey, look at this thing. I will show 2 pictures. That's what I will do. You can see my cat in the background of this one. It's really fucking funny. I did the maid outfit finally. Yeah, my cat's here too. I'm so sad that this was the outfit that I had planned for Off-Kai, but it did not show up in time. It was so sad to me. But yeah, this was the one that I sent Michi, because I was like, you asked about the maid costume. Here's the maid costume. Because for whatever reason, she asked everybody to wear a maid outfit. She's like, I need everybody to be wearing it. And then here's one that's more provocative. Yeah. I was talking with Siren recently about stuff like this, because I was like, I don't know how the fuck to take pictures. I just kind of YOLO and see what happens. Ooh, I'm glad you like it. Yeah. It's a little treat for being so patient with me and waiting for me to come back. I really appreciate that, you guys. And now I look for my pictures of my cat to send you as well. Because some of these pictures are really fucking hilarious to me. There was one I remember seeing that I wanted to send. Where is it? Oh my god, I have screenshots of fucking the specialty bottle. A treat for us for letting you not die. Oh my god. I'm so glad I didn't die either, though. Here's Ginger. My little boy. He's so cute. And I don't we had groceries delivered. We often get groceries delivered because I have bad everything syndrome, where my entire body is slowly falling apart. That's why I often say that, like, you know, me being a nightmare, nightmares don't have physical bodies. However, thanks to a blessing, I was given a little bit of leeway. Oh, this is a good one. Ginger is the boy cat that's orange, and Royal's the gray cat. He's such a sweetheart. Oh. But Ginger has the most funniest fucking faces, I swear to God. It's like, let me show you the other pictures I have of him. There's this one where he's just mid-licking himself, and he didn't even leave that pose. And then I got this one too, where he's just mid-yawning. He's literally he's so fucking funny. He's so expressive, and I love him so much for that. You know what? Maybe I keep this one. There we go. Yeah. These are my pets. My little guys. Let me see if I can adjust this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Oh well. It's not the end of the world, luckily. There we go. But yeah, that's really all I've been doing the past few weeks. I was thinking about what do you guys think about, like, if I had a subscriber channel in my Discord where I would where I could post the rest of the photo shoot. Do you think that would be a good idea? I don't often do cosplay stuff, but I don't really know what I would give to subscribers anyway. Like, I just kind of be existing out here. I don't really know what draws people in to watch me besides me being their friend. So I'm just like, I just be doing stuff, you know? Gotta get that bonus content. You're so right. I need to figure out what is bonus content though. Like, what do people want from me? Oh my God. I have really upsettingly good stories. I know. It's so... The thing is, I have so many stories. A lot of them are very emotional. A lot of them are very sad. Some of them are fun, but they don't really have happy endings. So, yeah, like, I know I told the story on the on Modcast about the one-armed girl who had a train ran on her and hired my entire work department via grass to smoke to clean out her whole baby daddy's apartment. That's a lot of words. That is a lot of fucking insane words. That didn't have a happy ending, because, like, bro, that kid's got trauma now. I know. Mia was like so fucking happy that I had told that story for like a week afterwards. She kept being like, oh my God, Pan is so amazing. Pan is so great for that story. I remember that. And then Lulu messaged me, was like, hey, that one may have been a bit too far. And I'm like, oops, my B. It was insane. It was insane. It's okay though. Me and Lulu both got in trouble. She got in trouble for talking about cannibalism. I don't remember the full details because that would be her story, but she got in trouble for talking about cannibalism. Which I love how no one's even surprised about that. Oh my God, I fucking love Lulu though. She's been like, Lulu got to see all of the maid outfit pictures of me firsthand because she helped me figure out which ones were the best ones that I could show people. So if you have anyone to thank, make sure to thank Lulu for giving me the confidence to post those 2 pictures at least, and at least debate the idea of posting more. Man, I'm not excited about the rest of my doctor's appointments. Oh, I'm just thinking about it like, oh God. Also, I really miss hanging out with Lulu. She's in Korea now and I can't hear her talk. And I'm like, she did call me a few days ago though, and I appreciated that. But I'm just like, damn, you're really going through it over there. I want to hang out. Yeah, I'm glad that everybody else misses her too. I'm really excited for her to hopefully have things chill out enough. Oh, you're usually asleep or busy when she's on now? Luckily for me, things kind of worked out where she tends to be in my zone, I guess. Ariel doesn't. Okay, what is this? What is this Lulu slander in my chat? You miss her? How dare you? How dare you? I'm offended on her behalf. How dare you? That is my Grim Reaper friend. Oh, hi Texta. Welcome in. Oh, hi Chan. Oh my god, did everybody just suddenly pop in? No notif for an hour. That is weird. Oh my god. Did I ever fix the notifications for Twitch? I did! Yes. Hi JJ. I know Fee messaged me and was like, hey, I think I know why the Twitch thing isn't working. You have to do this. And I was like, okay, let me try it out. And it works. It actually worked. It pinged at 11:56, a few minutes before a few minutes before I was scheduled to go live. And on the Discord, I do have a, what do you call it? A schedule I put out for non-Gorilla streams. Hey mods, do we have a Discord command? Are y'all able to make one? Genuinely curious if that's something I need to make or if y'all are able to make. You were about to ask me? No, I don't know. All I know is that I have the Discord link for my server in my whatchamacallit? What's it called? Discord profile. I need to set it up first. I'm your favorite streamer, Chan? Thank you. I still don't know how to use Chatterino, so I don't use it. I know that there's ways that you can watch 7TV and stuff, which I'm so glad I'm able to watch the 7TV emotes in, what do you call it? In the stream chat here. Otherwise, I would just be fucking useless. Comes with 7TV built in? Yeah. Oh my god. I actually do have something I can talk about a little bit. I recently became a moderator for the good old Galaxy Goldfish, who's currently on vacation with her boyfriend Simeon at Blaze's house. Thank you. I have been offered to be a moderator before for other people, but I always worry because a lot of the times that I would moderate for the people that requested me, like, does not overlap with overlaps with my free time for streaming. But with Fish, I was like, I could do that because she streams specifically only when I'm at work. Like, literally, her streams start at 6 p.m. my time, Monday through Thursday, until 11 p.m. No, 10 or 11 p.m. It depends. And I work 3 to 11. It literally works so well. Yeah, it literally works so well. And I'm like, oh, this is so great. Oh my god, that's right. About the VIP thing. I need to figure out Let me see who all is my VIPs right now. If I'm able to even add any more. Because I really don't know. Where would that even be? Community? Ooh, roles manager. Oh my god, I'm genius. Okay. I cannot add any more VIPs. Never mind, you're all doomed. I'm so sorry. The people I have VIP'd. Oh my gosh. Yeah, y'all are doomed. I'm so sorry. And then I have a bunch of editors and moderators. I guess I need to get bigger in order to get more VIP slots. I don't really know how the whole system works on Twitch. I don't know how much works on Twitch, actually. That's kind of why I did want to be a moderator as well, so that I could learn. But the issue is learning about things for streaming or anything like that cuts into my ability to stream, because I'm only at my computer for streaming or gaming with people. So I'd like to be able to use my time streaming actually, or my free time actually streaming, instead of trying to learn stuff. But luckily, with me being a moderator for Goldie, the fish, I'll be able to learn more about moderation and how other people like run their stuff. And I really do appreciate Goldie. She's a communications major, and she has stated multiple times that she majored in communication because she has people in her family that are autistic, and she wanted to be able to understand them better. Like, understand how they think, how they handle things. And I know autism's a big spectrum with all sorts of different things on it. Like, I'm gonna use Mia as an example. Sorry, Mia. Mia is very much the type of autistic that like gets overwhelmed. Like, when a lot of things tend to happen, it just happens at once. And that autistic crash out does happen. Which is why I'm always like, I get it, Mia. I'm never mad at you for crashing out. But I'm the type of autistic where it's like, I need things told to me straight up, so otherwise I don't really know what's happening. I'm really bad at self-reflection, really bad at like social cues, that type of autistic. It's just like, there's so many different people that are under the umbrella. And it's really sweet that she was like, you know what? I want to learn how to do this one thing, because I know there's people that are like that. Oh, thank you, Ululu. I don't know which thing you're talking about, but if it's for the doctor stuff, thank you. I'll have my results soon. Overall, I'm feeling a lot more free. If it's about autism, that's lifelong. I'm sorry. I will never be unautistic. And that's just me teasing you, so you don't need to worry about being upset. But yeah, like, being the Doctor's Lucas, you just joined. Yeah. But yeah, I really appreciate Goldie, because she also makes stuff for moderating super clear. Like, step by step, everything makes sense. Literally, she had so many resources and stuff for moderating that I sat there and was just reading it at work for an hour. And I appreciate that so much, because like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, but being able to get that insight into how she feels, how she thinks, how she wants her community to go to, it's so beneficial as a moderator to be able to know what your person wants and how to help them best get there. But I really only did that because like I knew Blaze was always busy when she was streaming, and like people would raid or she would like switch up games and stuff like that, and she wasn't ever able to do the commands and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. Because like when you're streaming and you have to like figure out how to shout out somebody in chat because they just raided you, like that really throws you out of it, because you're like, okay, I gotta lock in and make sure I do this thing, because if I don't do this thing, there could be repercussions of someone thinking that I don't appreciate them, or that I'm like some other thing like that. I don't really know. It's like how if you're walking to a door and someone's behind you, whether you hold open the door to them or not, like there can be massive differences in reactions to if you don't. That's valid, Mia. Yeah, I've been watching her or following her for maybe, I want to say maybe a year now. Because I really I have like a schedule for when I'm at work and when I watch streams. Like for me, before I was a VTuber, I worked 3 to 11. I've been working 3 to 11 for over 5 years now, I think. Maybe like 8, maybe 10. But for me, Michi always streams at 11 p.m. So she would be the thing that I would watch when I had my free time and my downtime to do so. But now I have an office job where nothing happens during the day. In fact, so much of nothing happens that I needed people to watch. So oftentimes, like on the weekend, Sunday specifically, I'll usually watch Yomi Quinley. Later on in the day, there's not many people online, I think. Sometimes there's an occasional Ayuki stream, but that is very rare. And then Monday through Thursday, those are Goldie streams from 6 p.m. until I basically get off of work. But before that, I usually watch either Shubabang or Yomi or Ayuki if she's streaming. Like, I have a whole schedule of who I like to watch and keep up with if I'm able to. It really does just depend. Like, I just needed somebody to watch, and Goldie ended up being that person. And I just love hearing her yap and be like so hyper focused on League. She loves it so much. It's so nice to like hear her go on about it. And she doesn't know a lot about like the stats and stuff like that while playing. She's just like, oh my god, I love this character. This character's so fucking hot. I love werewolves. It's just very funny to me, and I enjoy her content a lot. Well, maybe, Carol, maybe you'll be able to talk with her more whenever you start streaming and doing your own stuff. Maybe we're getting closer to Catboy Carriel. Oh my god, that does remind me though. So I have a friend, Tanyan, who's also Ayuki's mom. And I was like talking with her because I was like, what the fuck is a mommy voice? How the fuck does one do a mommy voice? Because like, I've been practicing it and like showing it off to my roomie, and my roomie's like, I don't know if that's a mommy voice, but that's a fucking sultry voice if I ever heard one. And I'm like, what the fuck's a sultry voice? Like, I feel like Ayuki's voice is very sultry. Like, she just has a naturally sultry voice. I don't like, and I asked Tan about it and she's like, well, it's more like motherly, like more protective. And I'm like, huh? You know what? I can see Mata having natural mommy voice, but I don't think Ayuki has natural mommy voice. I think she has natural sultry voice. But I don't know the differences. Like, I see it in my head, but I don't understand how it computes to that point, if that makes sense. Like, I hear Mata talk and I'm like, yeah, that's a mom, all right. She's like, she's just someone else's mom that makes you breakfast and goes, here you go, honey. Here's your breakfast for the day. And like, it's the one mom that everyone's like, ooh, you know? But Ayuki's like the type of person that you talk to and you cannot tell if everything is a flirt or not. Like, because she'll just say stuff and she won't realize that because she has a naturally sultry voice that everything sounds wrong. Hi, Alicia. But yeah, I don't know how to do that type of voice. And I've thought about it a lot and I'm drawing blanks. I'm glad everybody else understands exactly what I'm saying though. But yeah, I don't know how to do that. And I want to be able to do that because like, I think that'd be fun to try. I don't really know what I am and am not comfortable with stream-wise yet, but I want to be able to figure that out while a lot of the people that I know are all like friends and stuff like that. I got a job interview tomorrow and yesterday. Alicia Lunan, get the fuck to sleep. Oh my God. Good luck on your job interview. Get some fucking sleep. I will kick your ass into bed if I have to, young lady. Good luck, but also get sleep is so fucking real. I swear to God. Thank you for stopping by. I love you so much. Get some sleep and good luck on your interview. If I'm awake and you need... Alicia, the fanfic is not going anywhere. Your job is. You can always come back to the fanfic later. Please. I swear to God, you and Sarah are going to be the death of me. With anxiety and bad choices. Oh, congrats on the new job, Mia! I'm so proud of you! Is there anything you want as a reward, Mia? I am so proud of everybody. You want me to continue to not die. Listen. Health-wise, me and Michi have a lot in common. Not the malnourished part, though. like literally we can both complain about all of the genetic health issues we've been given. It's some bullshit. Continue to not die sounds like a good reward. I'm trying to understand how that would work. Okay, Carol. Have fun with the space elf. I know it's not a flex. I'm just saying that in terms of trying not to die, it's a very big struggle. A very, very big struggle. I promise I'll continue to do my best though. But it's still a big struggle. Pandas, oh my god. I don't know what to call the fans yet. Like, I really liked the idea of night guards, but I'm thinking on it more. But we'll figure it out. If anybody has any ideas, please let me know, because I'm stupid and can't think. Take care. I am probably going to head off too, because honestly, work has got me in a fucking tizzy. Oh, I can give you guys a little sneak peek of what has been going on at my job. Because I wrote a whole fucking document regarding all of the shit my boss has been up to. So let me read you the first bit of it so that you all can be like, oh no, and then we can talk about it on Friday in more detail. Why is it taking forever to open? Okay, there we go. So we have threats of termination directed at employees in a hostile, intimidating manner, use of profanity and verbal abuse, often in front of other staff, which fosters fear and humiliation. Inappropriate advances towards employees included repeated attempts to initiate personal relationships, stalking behavior such as following employees during their breaks and monitoring their movements in ways that feel invasive and predatory, extreme micromanagement which undermines trust, autonomy, and productivity, criticizing employees' physical and mental health, often in a mocking or dismissive tone, deliberately placing employees in dangerous situations without regard to safety protocols or personal boundaries, and refusal to put workflows in writing, instead constantly shifting expectations. I love the message that just says it's still going. Yes. Yes, it is. So if you want to hear more about that, feel free to check me out this Friday, where I will be streaming at the same time and same place, and I will be discussing all of the bullshit that's been going on at my job, because I'm fucking sick and tired of it. Oh my god. Let me see if there's anybody that I can raid. Ooh, let me raid Hootie Hoo. Hootie Hoo is a pirate. He is out searching for booty, but he has recently doing a donathon and has changed up his looks a little bit. Like, if you look at him, yeah. Oh, he also has a really nice voice too. So make sure to go say hi to him. He deserves a lot of attention. yeah, make sure to join the Discord too. For anybody that's in here, you can find the Discord in my Discord profile. Hopefully we can figure out a command in the next few days. Hopefully. But as always, make sure to treat yourself well, get some rest, drink, stretch, do all your things, and have a good night.